Currently, it is April 30th, 2026 in the game. Our season ends May 16th, 2026. If you include our Euro Cup games, we have 8 games in the next 17 days. As a friend of mine on Twitter remarked, Liberte, Egalite, Exhaustee. Man, if we get out of this healthy, I am going to be gobsmacked. My name's FM19, and this is the Ritornu Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 66. The fixture congestion actually gets worse. If you go back to our last game at Sporting on the 16th of April, we had game 3 days later at Nancy, which we won 2-1 thanks to a Zada's penalty kick and a Sousa goal in the 64th minute. We then were home against OGC Nice, and we won that game 2-1 thanks to an Afonso Sousa brace of goals. And we were then home against PSG, and we lost 1-0. This was a frustratingly good game, if that makes sense. PSG had 16 shots, 6 on target, but they did not have any clear-cut chances. They had 6 long shots, and they had a decided possession advantage. That's because I pressed high, I got stuck in, I marked them closely, and the defense really clamped it down when they had to. You can't really tell from the ratings. You know, Ramirez on a 6'9", Flores on a 6'4", Cristiano on a 6'8", Pierre on a 6'8", Omar Salibi on a 7'1". This was a slightly rotated side. You know, Lau Foster did not have a good game as the starter. And despite all that, we hung in there. And it took a very nice goal by Sergej Milinkovic-Savic for PSG to score. If you had asked me before the game had started, I would have been happy if we'd held them to 3 or 4 goals. The fact that we held them to 1 goal and they were playing probably their strongest 11 as starters was just a really good job. Table-wise, we remain in 4th place. We still have 2 games in hand over Monaco and a game in hand over Lyon. But that doesn't matter. When PSG beat us, they clinched the league and a Champions League spot. So I think as long as we don't collapse, and given our fixture schedule, and given our schedule coming up, that is entirely possible. 4th place should be ours. You know, I don't want to get my hopes up, but the fact that we've held onto it for as long as we have, I'd be really upset if we lost it. So currently, Lucien Marin leads us with 19 goals. Kane Wilson, the highest rating at 7.33. Armand with 10 assists. Andre Solovia, best pass completion. Frank, Kane Wilson, Afonso Sousa, and Lucien Marin, all with 4 players in the match awards. Antoine Bernet still has 10 yellow cards. We got 3 players with red cards. Our 51 goals are 6th highest in the league. Our 30 goals allowed. Our 3rd best. Our 71 yellow cards are 2nd highest. It's annoying. So today, because of the fixture congestion, and I'm trying to keep my players as healthy as possible, we're playing our 4-4-2 narrow diamond today. And a lot of this is because Kane Wilson is suspended, and I just don't have a quality backup at defensive right back. Salibi can play over there, but he's not really good at it. And I really want to leave Pierre on the bench for the moment. He's a very good substitute, either at defensive center back or defensive left back. And actually, this is a really strong team for us. Actually, what I probably should do is move Marin to complete forward support. OGC Nice is a quality squad, but we've beaten them before. I think as long as we do well at home, we should be doing okay for the semifinals. That said, you know, we've gotten this far, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm not going to be all that upset if we lose. Yeah, I'll be a little upset, but frankly, we've got a lot farther in this competition than I thought we would. So I'm going to double check this best 11 here real quick, double check my reserves because that's going to be important. And we're going to come back for the match in the Euro Cup Semi Finals against OGC Nice in just a bit. Well, I want to give football managers some credit. Every time NVIDIA comes out with a video update driver, the game crashes. And of course, we were 2 goals up on OGC Nice, and the game crashed. So let's see if we can get it back. Salibi sends it in, knocked down. Tabata sends it up into space. Munir's going to get there. He holds it up, crosses it into barrel, top of the box, takes the shot, bounces off Ramirez and in. Thank you. Jeez. Of course, the weather could be a heck of a lot better. There's a nice shot by Barrow. Weak effort by Ramirez. I'm such a good keeper, I only have to use one hand to try and block that. And in a first half where we've had more shots, more on target, OGC Nice has a 1-0 lead, thanks to a Musa Barrow goal in the 10th minute. Okay, guys, it's time to get yelled at. A little past 65 minutes, and there have been no highlights the second half. But we're going to make a couple of changes here. Pieri is going to come on for Ponzo. Bernade apparently just picked up an injury as I clicked over. Gadzhikadiev is going to come on for him. And we are going to switch our formation up. Because Gadzhikadiev plays a very good Segundo Volante. So we're going to go to a 4-3-1-2. Does Bernade have potential thigh injury? Okay, you know what? 80 minutes in, we're going to make our last sub. As 15-year-old Bastian Pichon is going to come on for Lyle Foster. He has been tearing it up in the under-19s. Figured, why not? 4 minutes of extra time. Still no highlights the second half. This should be it here. Damgard throws it into Barrow. Back to Damgard. To Tussart. Back to Damgard. Beauregard. Dispossessed or fouled by Marshman. Yellow card. Fabulous. This should be it here. Tabata. And it is. Nuts. And OGC Nice gets the away goal. Despite the fact we had 13 shots, 5 on target, 5 off target, we had no clear-cut chances. They had a slight possession advantage. Their 6 shots, 4 on target were enough to see them through because of Musa Barrow's goal in the 10th minute. Thanks, NVIDIA. So, if we go to the calendar, this is still April. And we just played this game here. So we got Troyes coming up on the 3rd. Strasbourg, and then OGC Nice again. So we're going to play Troyes and Strasbourg offline, and then we're going to come back for the away at OGC Nice in just a bit. Well, in the interim, we won both games. A 3-0 victory at against Troyes at home, rather. Lucien Marin brace a goal, Zadis with the goal, and then a hard-fought 1-0 victory against Strasbourg. Alfonso Sousa had a goal in the 86th minute to give us the victory. With those back-to-back shutouts, Ramirez has 17 shutouts this season, and the Bastia record's 18, so there's a possibility he could break that this year. So, we are up against OGC Nice, away, and it's not the strongest side. Try as I could to rotate everything. I wanted to remain ahead of Monaco, and that meant playing my best players more than I wanted to. I'm afraid of bottling these last 4 games. We're only 3 points ahead of them. Yes, we have 2 games in hand, but it's Monaco. So, you know, I might pay for it today. We've had a really good Euro Cup run. If we don't get past the semifinals, I'm okay with that. I really am. So, that said, we've got a slightly different formation. It reflects the strength of the players that we have available that are match fit. It's the 4-2-1-3. Ramirez in goal, Pieri, Jutric, Miguel, and No as the defensive back four, Gadzhikadiev and Soldevilla as the defensive midfielders behind Santi, Frank and Zadis as the attacking midfielders, and Foster up top as the striker. As you can see, about the only other healthy player on the team is Luca Mercurio, and that's because he's the reserve player that signed the day after French registration closed. So, I mean, Ponzo's on 81%, Solidi's on 74%, Grant Marshman's on 76%, and it's the 7th of May, and the Troyes game was literally 2 days ago, and I didn't do anything in between that. So, other than match review stuff, which doesn't, there's nothing physical involved with that. Oh, I'm playing a 4-4-2. This could be interesting. Okay. Pieri with the throw-in to Santi. Back to Pieri. Up to Gachikadiev. Long pass towards Foster, who's got between the two defenders. He holds it up. He's surrounded and dispossessed by Plum. Foster tries getting the ball back, but loses it. Launched forward, but Miguel's there. No. Runs up and grabs the loose ball. Santi has it. Back to No. Up to Zadis. Drives forward. Takes the shot, but it's right at February. That was pretty weak. He should have crossed it. As many players as he had around him, looked like Foster was, not wide open, but open. Coming up on halftime, Nice has had 5 shots, 2 on target. We've had 5 shots, 3 on target. They've had a decided possession advantage. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that this isn't really a familiar formation for us. It's similar to the 4-1-2-3 that we play, but the players that are on the field don't play with each other all that much. So get the boys motivated here a little bit. Beauregard curls it wide left on the penalty kick from outside the box. Coming up on 60 minutes, the Beauregard kick was the first highlight of the second half. We're going to switch the formation up here. We're going to go back to our 4-1-2-3. Foster's going to come off. Marin is going to come on. Gachikadiev is going to come off. And Sousa is going to come on. Afonso's going to come on. We're also going to go to the attack here. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Garcia to Boutin to Lopez. Back to Rozier. To Garcia. To Rozier. Nice is just playing keep away. Lopez to Modest. To Boutin. Long pass. Dennis is there, but No recovers. He launches it forward towards no one in particular. Goes to Plume on Nice. Lopez back to Plume. Over to Boutin. To Rozier, who's on the right, tries crossing it in. Dennis gets this goal off the misdirected kick. Yeah, bounced off a couple of players before Dennis got there. Oh well. Pieri with the throw-in. Solavia to Afonso. Over to Santi. He drives forward. Out to No, who loses the ball. And that is the game. Well, Nice is playing Benfica. We knew it was going to be a France versus Portugal final in the Europa final, so I guess now we got to go root for Nice. Not a fan of that. Not a lot of time left until the end of the season. We got a game on the 10th, a game on the 12th, a game on the 14th, a game on the 16th. And this is why I wanted to get those games against the weaker opponents out of the way with my better squad. We're playing Lille, Lyon, Montpellier, and Caen. Lille is 12th, Montpellier is 15th, Lyon is 3rd, and Caen is 11th. So it's not going to be the easiest run. And there's still a good chance that Monaco could sneak up on us. So we're going to come back for the Caen game for sure. And we may have clinched 4th place by then. I don't know. It remains to be seen. But we'll definitely come back for the Caen game. Last game of the season away there. And then we'll do an end-of-season review, player review, and then plans for the offseason. Because I think this is going to be a big season of change. So we had a good run in the Europa League, and we gave it our best shot. And we lost to an OGC Nice team that is not that bad, all things considered. You know, they're 9th in League One. And we've beaten them before, but they've beaten us. So I am a little disappointed. I can't hide that fact, but I'm very proud of the fact that we got as far as we did. So, you know, we'll do better next year. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name is FM19, and I thank you for watching the Return on Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 66.